All right, so under the lecture notes, stratification and ratio estimation, you should be able to see the same. There are two methods of estimating the overall Y bar using the ratio estimation. One is called the separate method. So for each of the stratum, we would have a different R to estimate the stratum Y bar. We use the RL multiplied to the true value of each of the stratum X bar to estimate the Y bar. Okay, so each of the Y bar is separately estimated, because for each of the Y bar, we have that for each of the stratum, adding up together, weighted by the population fraction. Variance, again, we would have the separate R to estimate the SR square. Combined method, we first estimate each of the, we first calculate the Y bar under stratification and X bar under stratification. Then using the overall Y bar to overall X bar to estimate the R combined, we would have one constant R. Using this one constant R multiplied to the true population capital X bar value to estimate the Y bar. The variance estimate, we are using a constant R. So I highlight that in red so that you can see that this is a constant ratio. The two variances can be estimated by the sample counterpart. So the same remarks that we mentioned, the separate methods require the knowledge of each of the stratum true value X bar, and we want the sample size are large enough. The combined method requires the knowledge of a single overall X bar, and if the sample size is small, then we can use a combined method. And our stratum sample size is large enough, then we use a separate ratio estimator, and that works well. And they have to be like a unbiased estimation. The stratum size is very small, and if the ratio for each of the stratum are quite similar, like a constant, then we can use a combined method. Okay. Then for the population total, we simply multiply each of the Y bar, either using separate or the combined method, and multiply to the population N to find the total. Okay, let's look at example 4.18. Manufacturing companies A and B with respectively different size of employees, the population size, and we want to estimate the average man-hours loss in the current year due to sickness. And we use the number of man-hours lost due to sickness last year as the auxiliary variable. So we assume that last year, which would be collected as X variable, could be a good projection or having a good linear relationship with this year data, which is YI. Okay, we collect a sample of 10 for each of the company. So company A, last year data, this year data, company B, last year data, this year data. Okay, and then we also given that the total number of man-hours lost because of the sickness is 16,300 for company A, 12,800 for company B. This is the total number of man-hours lost. So if we want to find the average, we need to divide it by the population size for each of the company. Okay, so we want to find the separate ratio estimate and the combined ratio estimate for the average man-hour lost in the current year due to sickness, the Y bar. Okay, so you can do the calculations. We have the sample size of 10 for each respectively, and we are having the population size, and we have the true value of XA and XB. We can have the weighting for the populations. Okay, you can use the separate methods to do the calculation. Find each of the company ratio and to estimate for the Y bar. Okay, so find ratio of A company, ratio of B company, using the A company multiplied to the true value weighted by the population's weighting, then find the y bar using separate methods. Do the same for the combined method. Okay, so I have set out the formula for you. I also upload a ratio worksheet for you. So that could be a bonus point question for this week. If you like to work out or put down your name and your student number and do the calculations explicitly, show me how you do the ratio for each of the company, and then estimate the y bar using separate method as well as the combined method. And discuss which estimator is better. State your reason for that. Okay, so this week, this is gonna be something for you to work on for the ratio estimation under the stratification. Feel free to send email to me with your writing and the calculations. Okay.